Now these are pretty simple. We got our on-off switch right here, and then we're going to use this little dial here to set our liter flow, and we are on 2 here. It's showing 2 on mine.
So to change, if I wanted to change it, I would just turn the knob, basically.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
you can see where the ball goes down.
Oh, yeah, just like in the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
50-foot tube. I don't have many people who end up using this, but it's there if you need it. It'll just replace this green tubing.
Alright.
No smoking sign if you're interested in posting. Now, did you notice any sort of dryness in your throat or your sinuses the last few days?
I have stuffiness in my nose.
Stuffiness. One of the things that's included is a water bottle. We can add water to this, and then it basically adds humidity to the oxygen just to prevent, if you have dryness. Totally optional. I can set it up for you if you like. Yeah, most important thing, distilled water only in here. That's just to keep everything clean. Most important thing with the water bottle. We want to make sure anytime we take it off to refill it, make sure it's on totally straight. Don't want it misthreaded or anything. We'll have a leak, and then you won't be getting the oxygen you need. There is a maximum line kind of engraved on here.
Okay.
I think the safest bet is actually to be a little bit below the fill line.
Okay.
When you're up here, you're kind of pushing it, and you may end up with some water in your tubing, and then it's on its way to your nose at that point. We don't want that. So what we're going to use, this is a water trap. This is going to collect any condensation that builds up in the tubing as a result of our humidity. So this piece right here is going to connect the water bottle to the concentrator, and we're just going to screw this into the top here. Same thing here, just make sure it's on good and straight. Go. This is going to connect right here. Okay. And if you don't have distilled water right now, it's okay for the bottle to be empty.
Yeah, we'll get that today.
And I'm going to go ahead and attach this 25-foot tube. This will, it'll give you some room to move around. And on top of that, this is going to give the humidity time to condense in the tubing, which is what we're going to want when we put our water trap on. So, got our tube attached here. And then on the other end, I know I had brought those little connectors for you at the hospital, but with humidity, we're going to add this water trap. Now, what this is going to do is when we have water in the bottle, humidity is going to build up in here. We'll have some condensation. So this is going to catch all of that. And so you may notice after a couple of days there's some water building up in here. We're just going to pull one end off, dump it out, and put this back on. And that'll keep all the water out of here. And then we're just going to attach our cannula right here. It's good to have the trap as close to the cannula as possible. That's going to give our humidity as much time to condense before it gets into the cannula. So I've got a clean cannula here. I guess I didn't have to quite do that, but this is all set up if you want it. And I've gone ahead and strapped the extra tubing to the concentrator, so if later on you want to get up and still use the thing, just pull that strap loose and let that out.
And so pretty much the only thing you need to do, so it could be sitting like this without the distilled water, but whenever I do get the distilled water, I just unscrew that, pour it in, and then screw it back in, and then we're good.
That's
So
it.
okay, perfect. So it doesn't have to have water in it.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
And like I said, if this ends up being more trouble than it's worth, you can always just pull this piece off and attach your green tubing directly to the concentrator.
Okay.
If you have the water bottle on, you won't know if you need it or not, because it'll keep you from seeing if you're getting dryness. But as a preventative, if you put it on, then you don't have to worry about it, at least.
And so with it filled up, how many hours will it last?
The water bottle?
Yeah. until we have to fill it up again.
It should be like a few days at a time.
Okay.
That's great.
But you can always just kind of take a look at it. There's a minimum line towards the bottom of the water bottle, so, you know, for me, if it starts getting below the Velcro strap here, I'd go ahead and add you some water.
Okay.
Let's see, I think there's 3 more cannulas in here.